Okay, all right. We are live once more. I know that we're have to wait for people to come in. Let me just see if I can get this to actually load for you guys. Give me one moment. But I apologize for how this is going on. StreamYard is fucking terrible. I really should have done this through OBS, but I was being lazy tonight, and that's on me. Also, StreamYard is just more convenient when you have more people. Okay, there we go. Send out new links for people. Just give me a second here. YouTube. Okay. All right. Perfect. It's actually showing now. It's actually showing. That is perfect. Okay. GG.
I'm here.
It's finally back up.
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, guys, do me a favor. Tweet out the new link. This is important information. All right. This stuff. I'm not kidding. It pisses me off.
Do you got the new stream link?
Yes, I have the new stream link. Here we go. Cut. Here, I'll post it in the private chat. If you guys don't mind logging into Twitter.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Crow, can I ask you real quick? I know you have the blue checkmark for Twitter Blue. How long does that usually take to get fully processed?
I don't know. My account got banned because I called Repsion's girlfriend a cunt.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's what I asked because I applied for it like yesterday. So.
I shouldn't mess with the most privileged group in America, white women, but I do.
You're right, man. And they get away with everything, man. They got away with attacking you.
Guys, I mean, we had like 20 people here when that fucking thing blew up. God damn it. Because this is fucking important. This shit pisses me off. You see, the thing about this entire situation, from the fucking start, everybody talking about this situation didn't pay attention to like one of the most basic details here, okay? This girl, she blocks out her name, blocks out the names of her friends list, blocks out this thing here, which I believe was her Twitter profile, okay? And then completely forgot right up here at the very fucking top of the image, Skype, TM, Super Nintendo girl. There you go, everybody. Yeah. Her fucking name was always visible to everybody. But people assumed that it had been blurred out and didn't pay attention to the very top of the fucking screen. There you go, guys. That's Super Nintendo girl. Super Nintendo girl was the username of Katie at the time Katie was fucking around with Zero.
And let me guess, someone did some digging and found out who she really is.
Yeah, we did some digging. Okay, so I will be clear. All right, we have done a ton of digging on this subject. Okay, the circumstances behind this were when my friends and I started looking into this stuff. We put a stop on talking about it. We decided to turn this over to Zero's legal team, and we decided that we weren't going to talk about it. We weren't going to expose this. We weren't going to do anything to jeopardize the lawsuit because we really did believe that Zero was going to win. And we thought that once he won, once it got settled down to fucking court, once you saw Jisoo immediately settle because she was not willing to fight it, even though she claimed that she was totally willing to fall on the fucking sword. No. After all of that, I have fucking tipster, Chubby Wubbas, fucking Chungawunga.
Just say Tubby.
Tubby. Fucking Tubby decides he's going to break the truce, and he's going to fucking call Zero a fucking pedophile who, does bad things, and the fucking Ice Cube story. And then I saw Willie Mack jump in on this shit. And Willie Mack is like, you sued your accuser into silence. I'm like, fuck you people. Honestly,
oh my God. He said that? Oh, I didn't even know he said that.
Willie Max had a bone to pick with the whole Zero shit.
Why, though?
Because of a call with technicals, and he got fucking pissed.
So he's basically being super petty.
Hold on. Because technicals wouldn't put him in touch with Zero. And so he just said, like, if I can't talk to Zero, I can't confirm it. Yada yada yada. It doesn't.
Well,
work
probably
that
for
way.
good reason too.
Well,
I feel like,
but first off, it doesn't even work that way. It doesn't. Like Willie is more than capable of doing this fucking deep dive himself. Diorio was more than capable of doing. Even fucking Augie could have done this. You know how I know?
wouldn't say that.
You know how I know? You know how
I wouldn't
know?
say that for
Because,
Diorio.
No, hold on. You know how I know that they could have done it? Because we did this shit drunk and high off our fucking asses.
I'm pretty sure they couldn't even do it with sober.
Well, I mean, yeah, you're probably right because they didn't. But hold on, I do have more. I do have more. It's we actually. I'm not going to show you guys our Discord archive that we collect all this information on because unfortunately it goes directly over to a DeviantArt blog that links directly into their new Twitter account. And just on the off chance we're wrong, I don't want to do anything that's going to get us in too much troubles.
Yeah.
But if you decide to look up Super Nintendo Girl and try to look up the social media accounts from the Super Nintendo Girl profile, you'll find everything that we did. You'll find their Instagram account. Actually, speaking of their Instagram account, let me show you something. This is pretty interesting.
Oh, wait, are you allowed to show it?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
I'm allowed to show the Instagram account because the Instagram account shows the name Nintendo Girl, and there's actually something really interesting about it that I wanted to show you guys, and I think you're going to find it really, really interesting.
She's 23.
Oh, she's definitely not a minor. I can confirm that.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah.
Good. Wait.
Yeah.
So they'll go back to the date of when this DM's allegedly occurred.
Yeah, we actually went back to how old she would have been because she has another post for one of her birthdays where she states her age directly. And we confirmed that at the time that she was communicating with Zero, she was not a minor.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so
What?
I was right. It was an older woman pretending to be a younger girl.
No fucking one. Wow.
I fucking
in that
called
case,
it.
Wow, in that case, Zero did really get fucked.
Well, here's my problem, okay? Here's my issue, and it's always been my issue with the Katie story. When Katie first came out with her allegations, nobody believed her, okay?
And then Zero decided to actually, sorry.
No. That's before that. Somebody said something, okay? I can't remember if it was Zero who said it or like one of Zero's fans who had said it. But then Katie all of a sudden came up with all these new messages that she swore that she didn't have access to. And I'm going, okay, that makes it seem like you actually do have more, that you're just fucking lying. But then why don't you have these messages with the ice cube? Like you have messages that look bad enough, right? But then it always goes like one or two steps further, right? Then it always eventually goes into, oh yes, we have these messages talking about like, cuddles or whatever. And then he told me to stick ice cubes up my pussy. I'm like, oh, that's a massive fucking jump. You saved all of these messages, but you didn't save the ones where he was actually being a fucking creep, like a real creep. That doesn't sit right with me. And then when I later find out, holy shit, this account, it all links back into this girl who's not a minor, who's definitely much chubbier than most people her age. It looks like a catfish situation. It looks like a catfish situation.
Crow,
but more importantly,
hold
on. It looks like a catfish situation where they were trying to snag Zero up in something. They didn't get what they wanted, but then when Zero got Me Too'd on some other shit, they came right back in.
I gotta ask, is she fat as Tipster?
Like. Yeah.
Oh God! Wow, that bad. That bad.
By the way, anyone with a 5th grade intellect can find all of this shit for themselves, just with this username from Skype.
Oh yeah.
But since I'm a nice guy, I'm gonna help you assholes out just a little tiny bit more, because you motherfuckers won't do shit on your own. will just sit there, take the most popular fucking position, and never fucking change. God damn you people. Motherfuckers, all of you.
Take notes, tipster. Don't listen to saggy melons.
All right.
Not too bad. He won't listen anyway.
Let's go into this archive link of the return of Katie Shan. Katie from Smash Sisters. Yes, she's a big fan of the Smash community too. Holy shit! Holy shit!
Oh boy.
This is Katie's Instagram account. Oh wait. This is just an archive link. Oh, that's too bad. Oh,
I mean, you can still.
except it's still up. It's still up. It's still up. And the thing is, this was an Instagram account that they had used, but then just suddenly stopped.
Dropped off the face of the earth.
Oh, right after all this.
Checking Instagram now is like nostalgia, but bad nostalgia. Since I'm no longer a part of this community, it feels cries. If I never joined IG, I don't think I would feel like a ton of bricks dropped on my face. Who knew that through over 1.5k followers through all my accounts, I would still be unwanted? Now social life is kicking me out of their group. Anyways, if you want to smash, I'm up for it, I guess. It takes my mind off my depressing life. But enough of me. You don't want to hear it. Katie. Now, maybe you're still thinking, oh, Crow, this is all like some circumstantial shit. And I would agree with you. But let me go into their followers. And you're going to see a very interesting name in here.
Oh, boy.
Jisoo.
Jisoo. Jisoo's following her. Yeah. Okay, everybody. So this is Katie. Okay. This is Katie. And the way we found this is actually pretty interesting. It all goes back to a DeviantArt account. But I'm going to do something. I'm going to do something that makes this even easier for you guys. Even fucking motherfucking stupidly easy to the point where you idiots will be able to figure this out on your own. Okay. Let me find the right one because I don't want to make it too easy. This is actually pretty funny. See, when we tried to link into the Super Nintendo girl and find more about it, we really couldn't. I mean, there were some things that still linked back to it. There was something though that we eventually found, which was the Super Nintendo girl when they changed their username and changed it to something else. Okay. And that's when this all became really funny. All right. Hold on. Sorry, I got to be like super careful because I have a lot of things that if I show them into you, then you're going to be able to actually see her face and everything. And I'm trying to be careful.
Do you not want us to see her entirely because she's too ugly?
Okay. Yeah, it's like the Ark of the Covenant.
Okay, listen. It's not that. Okay. we turned everything over to this group. Okay, to Zero's people. Okay, much, within a few months' time, the lawsuit moves forward. They serve Jisoo, they serve Katie, and then they settle. We're not going to get confirmation from Zero if this was the correct person. We understand that, we know that, we get that. And because of that, I'm going to give you guys as much information as we pulled up that I can show you without directly linking to this actual individual. Okay? Because here's the thing. Okay? Anybody with a 5th grade intellect, with what I've just shown you, is able to find out the identity of the account holder. Anybody with a 5th grade fucking intellect will find this account holder. I promise you that. By the way, there's also a Tumblr that is still up from the Super Nintendo girl. And I suggest looking into that too. Let's see. Because she changed her name at one point, and the old link still links to Super Nintendo girl, even though it shows the new handle that she goes by, which I thought was very interesting.
Yeah, this is sad, Crow.
What?
Tipster works in IT, and he couldn't even figure this shit out.
Bullshit.
Hold on. Here's the thing. You could easily figure this stuff out. You just have to be interested in actually looking into it. But nobody was interested in looking into it. Here. Let me remind you of how this all happened. Okay.
Oh yeah, Crow. Before you continue, though, I'm just gonna let you know. I'm gonna step out and switch back in real quick to switch. Just to let you know.
Okay, hold on. Before you do that, okay, let me show you something. And I promised somebody that I wouldn't show you this name because it could link back to a possible social account. And I'm gonna go ahead and show it to you anyways because this is very important. This is actually how we found the actual user of the account. You see, we went to their DeviantArt page, okay, the Super Nintendo Girl DeviantArt page, and that was where we found the link was still Super Nintendo Girl, but then we found her new online handle, the Super Brawl Girl. All right, Vic, you back?
Yeah, I'm back now.
Okay, I'm gonna post the link into the StreamYard chat
You
for
got
you
an echo,
guys.
Vic.
No, he's good. I'm gonna post the link into the chat for you guys. Okay. Look at the link. If you want to click on that link, it brings you over here to the Super Brawl Girl. So this is the same person. This is still the Super Nintendo Girl. This all links back into another DeviantArt account because she's got a lot of social media accounts. But anyways, it's actually, if you click on that link too, you'll find some stuff that I'm not going to be pulling up on stream. But anyways,
just imagine
guys,
Tipster in a thong. It's probably that, right?
So again, guys, if you've been watching, please, by all means, clip this segment, post it to Twitter. I really don't give a shit. Throw it in their fucking faces. All of this stuff is super easy to find out. It's actually very easy to find out. I found out this person's new Twitter handle. When I reached out to them in DMs, actually, let me see if I still have those up on my account. I know I'm banned, but I should still be able to go into my messages. Oh no, I can't. Fuck. I'll have to unsuspend my account. I know I've sent the screenshots to Aura, but when I contacted this person on Twitter, okay, they acted like they didn't have any fucking clue what I was talking about, right? Claim that they don't know the Super Nintendo Girl, they don't know the Katie Girl, they don't know any of this stuff, even though I found the links and they're all associated. When I made the direct accusation that they were Katie, though, all of a sudden, they knew who Katie was. Katie was a girl who was abused by Zero, but it wasn't them, and they immediately cut off all contact with me. I was blocked, and I believe they shut off their DMs as soon as that happened.
Wow.
Which, to me, I found very funny. Because up until that point, they were completely unfamiliar with any of this shit. But yes, we found her accounts. We found her social media accounts. We linked those into her new online handle. You guys have fun with the rest. But from what I was able to deduce so far, Katie was never a 14-year-old girl. Katie was never a victim. Katie was somebody that was straight up catfishing Zero and trying to lure him into something. I don't know what that something was, if they actually wanted a relationship, if this was always a honeypot. I have no fucking clue. I don't even want to know. What I do know is if somebody is doing that to somebody else and they're saving messages, they aren't suddenly going to forget to save the most damning of them. Like, honestly. Use your fucking brains. I can't fucking stand these people. I can't. We have a fucking lawsuit. These people didn't want to go to court. They didn't want to go with Zero's own confession, guys. He confessed to it. Don't you fucking know that? It's all over Twitter. We've said it 100 fucking times.
Yeah, he should have never done that, to be honest.
No, he
Yeah,
shouldn't have.
here's the thing. Commentary.
When he confessed to that, he also apologized to Jisoo and to Lethan, who had only ever lied about it. So really, this is what you're faced up against. You're faced up against what? 6 or 7 different claims. 5 to 6 of those claims have been completely and thoroughly debunked, which only leaves you with anonymous Katie, who, again, I've given you all her social media. Have fun with that, assholes. And Katie, who magically can't get any more messages, magically gets more messages, makes some heinous fucking claims and can't back them up. But, we've said he's a pedophile, so it has to be true. Don't you understand? That is the fucking logic of fucking commentary. They decided, so that's it. They made the rules, guys, you know. I have to deal with these fucking incoherent fucking assholes who don't do fucking research. I've dug into the fucking stories these assholes have fucking covered. Yeah, good fucking job on all of them. Suck more dicks, you fucking.
I mean, here's the thing. Commentary was only looking at the lawsuit. Well, you just had money. Well, there's more to a lawsuit than money. There's actual evidence. They think that Zero doesn't have any evidence because they're already poisoned the well to the point where, well, he's just making this shit up. He's guilty of sin.
I know. The same people who couldn't do the basic fucking work of looking at the fucking DMs and seeing that her fucking username was there. The same people who know that there are about 6 roughly other claims against the guy that have been thoroughly fucking debunked. It doesn't matter to them. It doesn't matter to them. It doesn't. It literally doesn't fucking matter to them. These people never fucking care about shit.
By the way, Crow, you were right.
What?
I see the images of her. She is basically about as fat as Tipster.
Yeah.
Called it.
Yeah. And as another side note, I will say this as a Tipster, as an IT guy, you're a fucking idiot. I'm saying that as someone who studied IT, and even for me, before studying IT as a middle schooler, I'd be able to find this shit pretty quickly because I'm good at also detective work like these guys. But I will say these guys are way better than me, though.
I mean, hell, I never even took IT for college or even in high school, and I could find this shit easy enough.
Yeah, it's like super simple. It's like with the internet, you could and browsers, you can literally find them through the search engine with the username. It's pretty simple as much people don't think about it.
And honestly, you can get around shit if you know how to work the code. Like just basic HTML and know where to look. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Hell.
Most people don't actually. You'd be surprised about that part.
But
well,
again,
they don't teach much in school anymore.
What I want everyone to understand is everyone in fucking commentary, when they got into this fucking fight with Technicals, they were in a fucking battle of pride. And none of them have ever given it up. And yeah, I will say Technicals did contribute it to a little bit. But at the same time, at the exact same time, this was a story that needed way more care in how it was handled. This was already a guy that we knew had several false allegations levied against him, and then an unsubstantiated one of which you only have a confession from a suicidal man that confessed to things that we know he didn't do. At the same time! How the fuck do you hang your fucking hat on that? Seriously, I just want to fucking know. How the fuck did you hang your hat on that? How the fuck did you sit there and go, I did a good job. I did the research. I'm smart. He's a pedophile.
Here's the thing, Crow. I can explain it fairly easily, like why they did that. You mentioned pride. The current commentary group, Augie, Diorio, Bo Blacks, and even John Swan to some degree, came from blood sports era bullshit with Ethan Ralph. Like, the whole entire idea is run with the attack, make it stick. Doesn't matter if you can technically prove it to be true, so long as you can bullshit an audience member into believing it. It's why they went for Technical's brother in the first place. It was basic blood sport 101.
Well, let's not forget that. These are the same guys when all this stuff was going down they decided to go after Technical's brother and accuse Tech's brother of being a fucking pedophile.
Yeah, and here's the thing.
Wholesome and moral people who take these things incredibly seriously.
I mean, Zaptie's more of a pedophile to fucking Zero here, given what's being currently released.
Well, dude, my problem with the Zaptie situation is, yes, Diorio fucked up his coverage on that.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Diorio said that they were there for public consumption, but Zaptie downloaded, meaning he had possession of a 14-year-old's nudes.
Yeah.
He had possession of CP. That's a pedophilic act. He should have been charged. Somehow, he isn't.
Well, I mean, look, the problem with Zaptie, and I will say this, I think his situation's a hell of a lot more questionable than those motherfuckers ever let on. But at the same time, I can see where they're coming from, right? They believe he's innocent. They believe he didn't intend to do anything wrong. So they're willing to go to bat for him because they like him. But then it flips to someone like Zero, and it's the least amount of charitability humanly fucking possible, and going with the worst interpretation that you can possibly go for with the guy. Then you look at how they treated Zaptie's brother, not Zaptie's brother, I'm sorry, Technical's brother, because they were fighting with Technicals, decided to imply Technical's brother was also a pedophile. These people have no fucking morals. They have no fucking standards. There's literally no line that these motherfuckers won't cross to get one over on their competition.
And you know what's even more fucked up, Crow? Is like recently they were defending Oracle, a guy who basically outdid Sammy Vapor Studios tenfold. I mean, sharing porn.
Why were they defending Oracle?
Because they went with the excuse, he's retarded, therefore he isn't pedophilic. I'm sorry, but that doesn't excuse him breaking the law by basically facilitating the transmission of pornography to minors.
Commentary. How's this? Commentary. Everyone who thinks that excuse works for Oracle, then it works for Chris Chan too, and you're totally okay with him raping his mother. Shove it up your ass. Shove it all the way up your ass. Because I will promise you this, Oracle's brain functions a hell of a lot better than Chris Chan. And I don't think that there's a single person who thinks Chris Chan is innocent. Fucking brain damaged assholes. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? But then again, I've already said there are no moral standards with these people. I mean, look at how many of them flocked around to Mr. Girl for content.
Exactly, right after the technical situation.
I don't believe he's actually a pedophile. Even though he says he wants to fuck children, and then he beat it off to an 11-year-old, and how he wants to have conversations about how it's not a bad thing. But he
had minors in his sex blog, how he was talking about beating his wife.
He was just joking. He's just joking, guys. Come on. Guys, just joking.
Well, I mean, I guess a comedian can get away with murder if it's all for the act.
Yeah, right? Holy shit. It was great. You know what finally got them off the Mr. Girl bandwagon?
Destiny.
Yeah.
Destiny throwing him under the bus for the bullshit.
Destiny throwing him under the bus? No. It was Mr. Girl trying to stab Destiny in the back. That's when they realized he wasn't a good guy anymore. It had nothing to do with the pedophilia, nothing to do with beating it off to 11-year-olds. He was a backstabber.
And I'll just say this. Augie never provided any pushback against Mr. Girl in all three of those debates.
No, because he's a bitch. But no joke, honestly, right? I'm supposed to believe these people give a shit about any of this stuff, right? No, they just use it for fucking content. They always use it for fucking content. Mr. Girl, no joke, 100%. He's a straight up fucking degenerate. And yeah, I look, you want to say Destiny was doing it? Oh, good. Suck his dick, man. I don't fucking care. It was disgusting. Nobody should have been fucking platforming it. I want to hear some jackass try to come to me and say, free speech. He's a fucking pedophile. You don't have to platform an actual pedophile. That's a choice that you made because you thought it would be great content. That speaks to your fucking character more than any of this other shit does.
Not only that, they're also introducing a pedophile to their minor audience.
Dude,
Mr. Girl interviewed Pie Man.
Have audiences that are below the age of 18. The majority of them.
Like Mr. Girl was interviewed by Pie Man twice when he was 15 and 16 respectively, and we saw what happened with him. I'm not saying that Mr. Girl had an influence on him, but the kid was already fucked in the head. Just think if Mr. Girl was able to put his tendrils into him.
Yeah, at the same time, you have John Swan telling him he'll never be forgiven for being a pedophile.
Exactly.
Yeah, no. Commentary is fucking just... Honestly, guys, hats off to you, fucking retards. What am I even supposed to say here, right? Why am I even fucking mad? You people have the concept and the intellect of fucking children. Greedy fucking children. Ready to whop each other in the back of the head to get one step forward. Fuck you people. Like, honestly, fuck you people. I'm supposed to give a shit. I'm supposed to fucking care. Why the fuck do I care about Zero? Why the fuck do I care about this fucking whore Katie? Honestly, no shit, I don't. I really fucking don't. On a personal level, these people matter less than fucking dick to me. Less than that. And yet, me and my friends can take like the half fucking hour it took to look into it. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
As soon as we saw the username, it took us about 30 minutes to find her identity. So I don't know what the fuck their excuse is. I really don't.
Oh, they were too busy playing Fortnite and Minecraft and listening to a pedophile drag on about his pedophilic beliefs.
Also, probably just were too lazy to actually do the actual deep digging.
Fuck. It's completely fucked with these people. They don't fucking care. And I'm done. Like, honestly, I saw Willie Mac, right? This is after the shooting happened. Tim Pool had said something about like calling it a groomer event, right? Because they were doing like a drag show at this bar for kids. And I saw Willie get like really upset about it. And so I see that there's like clearly like actual porn being shown to children in schools. And so I link it to Willie. I'm like, what do you think about this? And he goes like, you shouldn't be showing that to kids. I don't know what the solution is. Well, so today I'm looking at it, and there's another all ages drag show. Okay, I don't know if you guys know what those are. I don't know if you guys know what those are.
I can imagine what those are just from you telling me that.
Okay.
I swear to God, Willie Mac is basically a tool at this point.
No, I look, I like Willie Mac. I do. But
I don't.
But he takes these weird fucking moral stances that I don't think he's fucking consistent on.
That's why I say he's a tool. Like he's useful at some points, and then when he's not being useful, he makes idiotic statements like he does.
Well, so I saw the all ages drag show performances that were on stage, and I'm not kidding. They have a trans woman who's walking around the stage with her tits just completely out, right? You have another performance which is a bunch of dudes dressed up as reindeer grinding on each other. You have another person who's rubbing her fucking nipples while talking to the kids. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, this is, look, I've been in San Francisco, right? I can tell you that yes, they do have like non-strippy fucking like drag type stuff. Okay.
Yeah, and that's
this was straight up just kink on the stage. It was just kink. That's all it was.
It was basically the gay pride parade and Speedos all over again.
Dude, it was worse. It's worse. I'm going to post a link in the private chat. I don't want to pull it up on the YouTube because I think even YouTube would flag it because it is way too fucking adult. But I tagged Willie. I'm like, hey, what are your thoughts on this? Because I genuinely want to fucking know.
What do you say?
Nothing.
Wow.
I mean, it's my alt account, so probably maybe he didn't know it was me. But I'm being serious. Like, I wanted to know. Like, I was... This sort of thing to me is fucking atrocious. It's disgusting. I think that when you see it, you should be fucking disgusted by it. So I gotta be very careful here. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so this is the gay reindeer dry humping on stage for the kids.
Oh,
Because
Jesus.
yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
if you can see
Rudolph
what,
really let himself go.
yeah, there was something else. And I'm trying to be like super, like I gotta be very careful. I got lucky that I got on an image where they actually have their clothes on. Um there was somebody posting an image of the tip jar, right? So you can leave money for the performers. And it's
course.
like just the tip, see how it feels. And I'm like, dude,
God. What?
like you can't say that drag isn't sexualized when you're doing that shit in front of children. That is straight up grooming. There's no two ways around that. You can't do that shit in front of kids. Period. But they're doing it. It's being put out there as this all a drag queen Christmas for kids, for families. The kids are going to these shows, they're performing these acts in front of the fucking children. Mind you, this person is apparently associated with both Disney and Nickelodeon.
Okay, I gotta
This
ask
is
Crow.
running the fucking show.
What was the tagline again?
What?
The thing that they said about the tip jar?
Just the tip, see how it feels.
Okay, Tipster has grounds to sue them for copyright infringement.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, that's funny. Nah, Tipster won't do it. He's probably in favor of this shit.
No doubt, given how sexless he is.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus. But no, like, I'm not kidding. This is the sort of thing that they like putting in front of kids. I'm like, I know Willie Mack's not in favor of it. He's not in favor of like other things, but I'm like, dude, when you see stuff like this, do you ever take the second to go like, this is fucking atrocious? Like, maybe I should talk about this because it's fucking disgusting. And like, I saw his. And look, man, this is not me telling him what to do for content because honestly, I think if he did a video on this, he'd be so fucked by YouTube. It's not even funny. But at the same time, like I see him get like pissy about like the weirdest shit, and I see this, I tag him. It's like, like I get it's difficult to talk about, like, but like, come on. That's why I can't figure out what his fucking morals are. I really can't. I don't dislike the guy. I don't know where he actually draws the line on anything.
Plus, like that whole tweet that Tim Pool put out, like Tim has stated multiple times on his show that his tweets have been like, what is it? I guess you could say randomized, like where he'll say like random shit and people will read too much into it like they do with his regular tweets.
No. I to be clear, Tim Pool was directly tweeting about the bar that had just been shot up and said that they were hosting a grooming event.
I know, but like I've seen them flip out on other tweets where he's like,
though, they were hosting a grooming event at the bar that got shot up.
Yeah, I know. I'm not denying that. I'm just saying like he's had this planned out a bit beforehand as like a social experiment, and I've seen both of them, or well, not both of them, but both sides basically, fucking Ethan and commentary flip out at some shit that he said on different days.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
So he's hitting both sides of the aisle with this shit.
I only brought up that tweet just to say, like, I don't understand where his fucking moral line is on certain things. I don't understand what actually upsets the guy. I don't understand what are things he actually likes, right?
Well,
I think he's a decent person. I don't think he's a bad person. I don't think he tries to cause fucking havoc or chaos or anything like that. And I don't think he's stupid. But
I think he is.
At the same time, I think he gets really dug in on an issue. And I really want to see where his fucking head falls on it because it really does piss me off. This entire thing was zero. I don't know what you can actually do to disprove it to Willie because you take it to fucking court because that's literally all you can do. And it goes to court and these people immediately say that they'll settle, they'll delete their stuff, they'll stop talking about it. And then it flips into you're silencing your accuser. So there's no win. There literally isn't a win. If he fights it, he's silencing his accuser. If he doesn't fight it, well, then he's not fighting. He's clearly guilty.
That's the thing, Crow. They're going to go with the mentality argument now, the same one that they've been putting out there. Well, even if it is a catfish, because they had posed this to other people, they said, well, even if it is a catfish, he was more than willing to engage with someone he thought was 14.
Well, hold on. If it is a catfish, and I think that most of the evidence supports it is a catfish, then 100% the Ice Cube story is bullshit. That's fake. You only have those messages. And yes, when I said in those messages, that girl does not talk like she is 15, there's a reason why, because she's not fucking 15. It's a honeypot. I don't know why they're doing it to the guy, but clearly they decided to target him.
Well,
if they decided that they were going to target him, and then also they claim to have this one terrible detail that they don't have evidence of, that probably means that it didn't fucking happen. That's the most easiest way of using your fucking brain.
And I mean, this was going on before Me Too had even happened, correct? Or did it happen during Me Too?
What happened?
The original accusations against Zero, the ones where he was like,
I believe it happened like sometime after Me Too.
Okay, so this is practically like a barrage of fucking claims that weren't true, and then the one that seemed legitimate because it came out of left field got added on to add legitimacy. I can only suspect that this Katie person was working with Jisoo, or at least other people within the Smash community, to frame Zero because he was a dick. Because everything I've heard about Zero is that he was a arrogant son of a bitch to a bunch of people in the Smash community, and they wanted to see him taken down a peg, especially Leffen.
Which I think fits. My problem is just, it straight up goes right back to whoever this Katie person was when they got involved in it, right? It's more than clear. How do I say this? Just to be as accurate as possible.
Do you think it was another Zaptai situation where it was just the girl who started doing it and then other people found out and they latched on, like I'm Alex
We found
did?
out when... Okay, the problem is we found out more details about this person. And I've got to be careful about what I say here, because one of the details we found out was when this person was indeed a minor, because we went very far back in their history. They were in communication with somebody that is much older than them. They would regularly talk about how excited they were to see them. They were alarmingly close with this individual. And this individual is also someone who is a big fan of the Smash community. So I would actually say it's more than likely that it is this third party that is involved in setting most of this stuff up.
Okay, so are you saying like back when this person was a minor, they were also like being solicited by this third party?
Yes, and this third party was a grown adult, much older than Zero.
Okay, so maybe she was putting the claims that this other grown adult, this mysterious third party, was onto Zero. Is that correct?
I mean, that's what it seems like. And the reason why I say that's what it seems like is because this individual, this much older adult, is still in close communication with this girl that he's known since she was at least 15 years old.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, so this mysterious third party, you're not going to say who it is or who you think it is?
You'll find his name all over her DeviantArt blog if you locate it.
Okay.
They're friends on Twitter. They talk regularly. Last I saw, they were still in close communication with each other.
So basically, Zero got accused of a crime that another man did.
I don't know. I want to go further, but I
Boy,
know I gotta be careful.
If that is the case, then hot damn, that is some fucked shit.
I will say that I think it's inappropriate the fact that these two are so close with each other and that he's known her since she was 15 and he was older. And if you see some of the messages he'd post about her, it looks very, very, very strange. It does.
Do we have a relative age of what he is now?
I believe he's always been at least 10 years older.
Ooh, okay.
Wow.
So
So
again,
we're talking about Mr. Girl age at this point,
yeah.
mid to late 30s.
Now the thing is, they're still close with each other. I looked into the Twitter account of the account holder, and I was looking through their interactions on Twitter. So they're buddy buddy. I couldn't imply anything more than that. I don't know anything more than that. I can just say that their relationship seems very questionable. And if I had to think that anybody was involved in setting this up against Zero, it's not just this girl because she's highly autistic.
Why is it always the autistic ones?
That's a good question.
I can tell you why. They're easily to fool in superstition and wild ass beliefs.
You are right about that.
That's a key factor of autism.
It's a monkey fish Davidia. What the fuck?
Yeah, Dev said, I don't think that's a catfish, maybe a whale fish. And then
Oh,
it sends
God.
like it's a monkey fish. Well, if you could fit your whole hand in to catch it, Dev, it's a catfish. On up.
Oh my god, that's nasty. Yeah, okay, but again, I see. I was tempted with this because I was like, I will happily share everything that we have found with anyone who's interested in actually looking into it and covering it.
How about we give it to Willie, see if he'll change his mind?
No,
Because I mean, after all, after the whole stuff with Zero
Nope.
happened,
no,
he's like, why aren't we like welcoming Mr. Girl? I mean, we welcome back Zero.
no. You know, the reason why I'm not willing to do it is just because this stuff it didn't take us all that long to put together. It really didn't. They can easily look into this on their own if they actually care about it. But they don't. They just want to call Zero a pedophile because that's what the group decided. It doesn't matter. This was always available to them. They chose not to look into it because they had him confessing. And yeah, sure, he confessed to some other things that, are provably didn't happen. But, there's this other thing. And, as long as they have that, they can keep calling him a pedophile and you can't stop them. There's no incentive to change. Like, if they actually care about it, look into it on your own. It's not that hard. Like, straight up, you guys found her photo already. I didn't link that to you. I showed you her fucking username from the past. It's not that fucking hard. It really is not that fucking hard. This girl did not cover her tracks very well at all. At fucking all. Oh, and by the way, don't worry. I have archived all of it. Either she fucking gets the fucking brain to delete shit. So, where are we at now? We have a girl who's more than likely a catfish, who is catfishing Zero, while at the same time recording her messages with Zero, while at the same time trying to lure in Zero, because you can read those messages again. It's not a very innocent conversation going down. And if that's the case, and she was recording messages, to me, it seems like someone who is trying to set up a honeypot.
Mm. And it almost worked.
And if those are the worst messages, because again, if you're setting up a honeypot, you typically save the worst messages, not the best. I'm going to say definitively the Ice Cube story is bullshit. It's always been bullshit. If these idiots in commentary want to fucking keep repeating it, fine. I'll give you her fucking username. You go do the fucking research. Spend a day on it. It's not that fucking hard.
We're back
watch
to
them
square
just
one.
not be able to find the
commentary.
same bullshit you did. and just make up something as, oh, this can't be right.
I mean,
You
we're
forget
back to square one with commentary. It's the same stupid bullshit song and dance every time. They get something wrong, they make asses of themselves. We prove our side to be right. Then they cope, maul, bitch, and seethe in Discord servers, saying like, "Oh, we don't do our research."
Oh, dude, I already know. And the thing is, I sat on this for such a long time. I was sure, I was like almost positive with how much people were talking about it, they were going to find out on their own. But of course not, because they were never interested in the story. They just wanted to be right because they're
Yeah.
right. Because how dare technicals say that they were wrong? How dare technicals question their Zaptai story? What the fuck is wrong with that guy? And here we are now.
I mean, Diorio couldn't even calculate birth dates or even look into the proper law as to what Zaptai would be, charged under for this shit. Like, it's so fucking ridiculous. I mean, I wish Tech would have destroyed commentary. He should have never signed the truce. Fucking Keemstar has to step into everything like he always does. Like back in the NCO days, he fucking took that shit over. And now here he is brokering a peace between three degenerate people and technicals. People who don't do their research and the other one who actually does. And the gall of these fuckers to actually try and bring back John Swan, of all people, is fucking hilarious during that whole episode.
Why not? Bring back John Swan.
Well, I mean, Salvo is trying to, or at least kind of did, under the guise that he was blackballed.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Salvo's got this thing going about the blackball, about how Diorio's been blacklisting people within commentary to the point where they can't get ahead.
Yeah, that should not surprise anybody.
I don't think that's actually going to work, though.
No, it shouldn't surprise anybody because Diorio is Tommy's fucking son. And that's how Tommy treats people. Tommy's always threatening to blackmail people.
Blacklist.
Blacklist. Sorry, yeah, whatever, fuck it. But he's always threatening to do that shit. So, no, it doesn't really surprise me that he's actually engaging the same behavior that his daddy taught him was okay.
I mean, if anything, John Swan was blue-balled by Pie Man, so.
Yeah, I can see that. But still, the way these guys behave, it shouldn't surprise anybody at this point. We're going to be dealing with this crap for a very, very, very long and fucked up time. Because this is just who these people are.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now
they're just like the next group of people we're going to be talking about.
Oh, the fucking journalists. Jesus. All right.
What did they do this time?
Okay. So for those of you who are unaware, a bunch of journalists got themselves banned off of Twitter and they threw a little temper tantrum. And the reason why is actually really fucked up. Okay. Elon Musk had somebody attack his car. Okay. The car, he wasn't in it. His kid was in it, but the car got attacked, right? So Elon Musk comes out with this rule saying, hey, you're not allowed to share the real-time location of people. Like, you're not allowed to do that, period.
And that should be a fair rule, shouldn't
well,
it?
On top of that, he specifically said the Elon Jet account is being banned. He's going to take legal action against it. And he didn't say why at the time he was taking legal action against it. It turns out that the individual who owns that Elon Jet account wrote an algorithm to bypass his privacy. So Elon Musk has this this thing. It's called like an IPCI or some stupid shit like that. But basically, it's extra security for you. So it assigns you a flight number not related to your jet. That way you can fly and people won't know who's flying the jet. That way, if you're an executive or you're a very important person, you're able to fly without attracting the attention of like paparazzi and everything.
Yeah, it's basically like the transponder masker.
It's pretty basic. It's something that's existed for a while. Elon Musk has it. That's basically it. Okay. The person that runs Elon Jet wrote an algorithm to help them bypass that, so it's not public information anymore. The kid was straight up doxing Elon. Not only that, the kid's not revealing Elon's location because he feels like it's important to hold the powerful accountable. He's straight up doing it because he either wants 50 grand or a brand new Tesla, and he won't settle for anything else. So Elon Musk had enough and said, fuck it, this account's going away. Stop linking to it. Stop doxing me. It's not going to happen anymore. So you know what they did, right?
Yeah, basically they painted a giant bullseye on him.
They all started linking directly to the account. And like doing it in the most brazen ways possible. So like Aaron Repart, like if you guys have ever seen this video on Twitter, he links to it. He goes, the Elon Jet account has been banned, but it's still available on Facebook. Here's the link, everyone. And he gets banned and claims he has no idea why he got banned. You have Taylor Lorenz, who actually got banned after everybody else did. But the reason why she got banned is actually really fucking funny. Okay?
Oh boy, I wasn't aware of this story.
She got banned. Well, hold on. She got banned. And the reason why she got banned is because somebody who Taylor Lorenz had previously doxed decided to call her out. And Elon Musk saw the call out and said, that's extremely fucked up. And they decided to ban her for it. That's what happened. That's what happened to Taylor Lorenz. Taylor Lorenz claimed that she had no idea why she was being banned, that she had no clue why this was happening to her, that she's all for free speech. And I'm like giggling and laughing my ass off.
Didn't she? Remember how she was crying about being cyberbullied?
Actually, hold on. Let's see. This is...
Yeah, she was on NBC or something doing like a piece with two other women saying, we were cyberbullied.
No. Okay, let's go into some other unethical behavior by Taylor Lorenz. Okay?
Oh, great. More cocksuckery.
Pretty much, yes. Taylor Lorenz, okay? There was this big thing happening between, and this is related to Trump, right? You have Kellyanne Conway, who's his, I think, I can't remember exactly what her position was with the Trump White House. But her husband is George Conway.
Wait, hold on. She was the person who was like the spokeswoman for Trump for a while.
Okay, yeah. But her husband hates Trump, okay? And that's George Conway. And their daughter, who is like 15 years old, is going to social media talking about how much she hates her mom, right? So do you know what Taylor
I remember this.
decided to do? Taylor Lorenz, a 40-something-year-old bat, gets into the DMs of a 15-year-old girl, promising to make her famous and get her a bunch of money as long as she gives them all the dirt on her mommy.
Yeah, basically she was extorting shit talk from a 15-year-old with promises, or in lieu of fame and gold.
Taylor Lorenz is a straight up fucking psychopath. Like that is the definition of unhinged behavior. And Taylor Lorenz was absolutely doing it. So this is how she treated a 15-year-old girl. She promised her money, fame, if she just gave dirt on her family. Taylor Lorenz, in another instance, told a person that she needed her home address for the story because she needed to prove that they had something about the house, right? Then Taylor Lorenz takes a link to a Zillow to the person's house that they are living at and posts it in her fucking article.
Yeah, I remember this. Basically, she just put that child in harm regardless. Like, people who hate Trump would probably firebomb anyone who works with them.
I like it is absolutely fucking hilarious because there are many people who are on Twitter talking about these stories that Taylor Lorenz has done on them, directly stating that she lied to them to get their addresses and then posted them in her articles. Taylor Lorenz is okay doxing people. Taylor Lorenz is okay DMing 15-year-old girls and promising them fame and power and wealth if they just flip on their parents. Taylor Lorenz is a fucking psycho. Taylor Lorenz is also the bitch child of privilege because when she got upset, people were archiving her tweets and she doesn't like that because she says a bunch of unhinged shit. Well, she contacted her daddy and all of a sudden the Wayback Machine no longer logs her tweets. Taylor Lorenz is a fucking psycho. So anyways, yeah.
This is like a double standard for media in general because they'll hide the identity of a quote-unquote whistleblower who's very familiar with a certain situation so far that YouTube would take down any video mentioning the jackass's name. You remember that story?
Oh, hold on.
It was during like the first Ukraine impeachment bullshit. The certain quote-unquote CIA agent who was listening in on the call turned out to be a fucking staffer for a complete and utter cocksucker from California.
Yeah, no, the hold on. I want to find you the thread because this is why people are saying Taylor Lorenz like nuked her account. Taylor is claiming, oh no, my account regularly deletes tweets. That's why my account nuked itself as soon as people started talking about the things that I was saying to people.
Tipster Lorenz then, huh?
Not that far off. All right, let me see because I got to find the right one. This person tweets a lot. Oh, here we go. This is funny. So this is what I mean about them like constantly fucking lying about everything. Weekend update. Weekend update. Journalists, including Taylor Lorenz, continue to be suspended for unknown reasons. Taylor Lorenz was suspended for asking Elon Musk a question. Journalists need to be able to freely cover the world's richest man.
Oh, that's not fucking true.
No, this is funny though. This Adrian Jacob comes in and goes, "This is a lie, Cat. She was suspended for prior doxing actions. Temp suspension due to prior doxing action by this account will be lifted shortly." She was suspended because this bitch would DM people using Twitter saying she needed their address to confirm things for her story and then dox the people in the fucking article. She was using Twitter to collect addresses and then using those addresses to dox people. So she got a temporary suspension. It should have been permanent because Taylor Lorenz is an unhinged fucking psycho. But this is what I mean. If I was contacting people saying, hey, I need your address for this thing, they gave it to me, and then I went in straight and started publishing their fucking address everywhere, we would all agree I'm a fucking psychopath. Taylor Lorenz, though, she's just a journalist. She's a journalist. She's just doing her job. People need to know where people live.
No, they do not.
No, they don't. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, there's this thing called privacy.
Dude, there's also this thing called like basic human decency, which Taylor Lorenz does not have. Neither do any of these assholes in media. Because here's the really fucked up thing, right? All this stuff is going down, okay? Taylor Lorenz is on fucking her little I don't know, it's this Instagram or TikTok live stream, and people are like giving her shit, right? Because nobody likes this bitch, and she goes, "Oh, it's the Elon Musk fanboys in here," and I'm like,
that looks like Instagram live.
Yeah, and then you have the fucking Chaya Wright chick, the Libs of TikTok lady. She goes like, "You doxed me." And she goes, "I didn't do that. I didn't do that. That didn't happen."
That's
and
a lie.
And then she's like, "It's like
bullshit."
It's like you didn't give a shit when Twitter kept suspending me." And Taylor jumps in again and goes, "Well, actually, you were given special treatment. You misgendered people several times, and you didn't get to. I mean, new Twitter doesn't care about that, but you broke the rules." I'm like, but bro, that didn't happen either. Because, like, I like the Libs of TikTok account. I think it's fucking hilarious. lives a TikTok, has been very, or in the past at least, was careful enough not to misgender the people and literally just post their videos back onto Twitter. And yet she kept getting suspensions. And even the team at Twitter acknowledged that she wasn't violating the rules, but they kept striking her account. Taylor Lorenz, the lying fucking whore that she is, who previously doxed this person, turns out and tells everyone, well, she was misgendering people, so it was okay. Like, I'm just fucking done. I'm fucking done. I don't fucking care. Taylor Lorenz loses her account, loses all access to talk to people. She's a fucking unhinged lunatic. She regularly lies. I'm going to go with the left-wing standard on this one. She spreads so much misinformation, and she's completely harmful to the public with her words. Ban her for life, forever. I'm okay with that. I think everyone should live by the rules that they want to play by.
Yeah, I mean, fucking, who was it there? Cat Tinbarge? You were willfully spreading misinformation. Get banned, bitch.
Why not?
She hasn't.
Why not? Like, why not? If you spread misinformation on the platforms and you're going to call yourself a fucking journalist and you're going to fucking dox people because you're a fucking journalist, I think you should lose your account. I'm done with that. I really am. These psychopaths have doxed people in their articles several fucking times. Even with the Elon Musk thing, they keep saying they're sharing public information. That's not fucking true. But does it stop them from saying it? No. When they got banned, they just kept saying, we don't even know why we got banned. We don't even know why. He banned us without reason. I'm like, motherfucker. He gave you the clearest of clearest fucking reasons, and you chose to violate them anyways.
You know, Dev, that whole bit that you're doing there, I know it's a joke, but Twitter is a privately owned company. Yeah, here's the thing. If it's trading in public stock, I think there should be some kind of, I don't know, court case to decide whether or not if that's considered private or public at this point.
Well, actually, at this point, you can't do that because the problem is old Twitter was directly being paid by the FBI for information on its users.
Yeah.
And to have content pulled off of the platform that they didn't like. And the fact that the FBI was paying them to do this, I'm sorry, but that means that yes, when Twitter was banning Republicans and conservatives for their speech, when the FBI was requesting that they do it and paying them to do it, it is, in every single way, shape, and form, a violation of the First Amendment. The government is not allowed to do that, period. If you're in support of the government doing it, well, guess what? That's why they made the First Amendment and also why they made the second one.
And the third, and the fourth, and the fifth, and the sixth, and the seventh, and the eighth, and the fucking ninth and 10th.
To be very clear, all the other bullshit that's going on right now, the fact that the FBI was directly going to Twitter, and it gets worse than that. You have, let me go into the recent Twitter files. Have you guys seen this shit?
I hadn't seen too much
actually.
of it, but seeing most of them, I'm like, God damn.
This one is probably the worst one for old Twitter staff because it straight up reveals that the FBI 100% contacted Twitter shortly before the New York Post story and prepped them to cite it to be banned. So let me go down in this because, scroll down. It's like 35, I think, is where they directly mention. Here we go. In response to Roth, Baker repeatedly insists that the Hunter Biden materials were either faked, hacked, or both, and a violation of Twitter policy. Baker does so over email and in a Google Doc on October 14th and 15th. And yet it's inconceivable Baker believed the Hunter Biden emails were either faked or hacked. The New York Post had included a picture of the receipt signed by Hunter Biden and an FBI subpoena showed that the agency had taken possession of the laptop in December of 2019. Now,
is that a smudge of crack I see next to his John Hancock?
maybe. It looks like it. It looks like it. I see what you're saying, like the little fold there.
Like you did a line off the paper.
But here's the thing, okay? Before the story broke, okay? In 2019, the FBI had already taken possession of the laptop by Hunter Biden. When this is where it gets really devious, right? On October 14th, shortly after New York Post publishes its Hunter Biden laptop story, Ross says it isn't clearly violative of our hacked materials policy, nor is it clearly in violation of anything else, but adds this feels a lot like somewhat subtle leak operation. So Twitter at first believed that it was legit and thought that it was just like a leak operation, that it was the October surprise. And then Baker, who used to work for the FBI, comes in and tells him, no, it's hacked. It's against our policy. You have to take it down.
While he was working for the FBI.
Dude, this thread is straight up nuts because before this, in September 2020, Roth participated in Aspen Institute tabletop exercise on a potential hack and dump operation relating to Hunter Biden. A month before the New York Post story came out, the FBI set up a special tabletop exercise in which they implied that there was going to be a hack and dump story on Hunter Biden, and it was going to be Russian disinformation. The FBI did this, being in possession of the Hunter Biden laptop, knowing what was on it, and knowing that it was out there in Trump's hands.
So what you're saying is that they were doing a war games.
The reason why I say they knew that Trump had possession of these materials is because at this exact same time, the FBI had Rudy Giuliani under surveillance.
And was he doing anything sus?
Rudy Giuliani was the one who got possession of the laptop after the FBI had seized the main one. He got the materials that the computer repair shop owner had copied over. So he turned it over to Giuliani. And the FBI knew that it had been turned over to Giuliani at this time. So the FBI sets up a special presentation for the Twitter guy to tell him, hey, by the way, be on the lookout for this. The organizer was Vivian Schiller, the former CEO of NPR, former head of news at Twitter, former general manager of the New York Times, former chief digital officer of NBC News. Attendees included Meta Facebook's head of security policy and the top national sec reporters for New York Times, WAPO, and others. Now you see why everybody in media all repeated the same shit? They were all prepared to do that.
Yeah, and they're all interconnected from one job to the next.
Mm-hmm.
Like, each one of these fuckers have had about 17 jobs in all the same groups.
Oh, dude. I mean, you saw the stuff that came out about the JFK assassination, right?
Oh, yeah.
What was that about?
The CIA knew who Oswald was, knew Oswald had a weapon, and knew Oswald was planning on killing JFK.
They also knew, like, that he was down in Mexico and whatnot.
Yeah. He was under their surveillance when he assassinated the president.
And they did nothing to prevent the assassination?
They did nothing to even notify anybody that Oswald was a threat to anybody.
Yeah, because the CIA was already deep in Viet Cong.
And
with Black Ops operations and everything.
Was against it and was very clear about how much he hated the intelligence community.
At this point, I can't blame people for why there are conspiracies.
Well, I mean, you could blame Truman for bringing those fuckers out of OSI.
And now, here's the thing, though. All right, this is what I mean about this Jim Baker guy being one of the most corrupt officials that's ever been at the FBI. In mid-September 2020, Shannon Roth had set up an encrypted messaging network so employees from Facebook and Twitter could communicate. From FBI and Twitter could communicate. They also agreed to create a virtual war room for all the internet industry plus FBI and ODNI, Office of Director of National Intelligence. Then on September 15th, 2020, the FBI's Laura Demlow, who heads up the Foreign Influence Task Force, and Elvis Chan request to give a classified briefing for Jim Baker without any other Twitter staff, such as Yoel Roth, present. So, the FBI want to have a private meeting with Jim Baker, who was previously removed from the FBI for all the awful fucking things that he had done while being at the FBI. Then, when Twitter is contacted by the FBI, and the FBI is telling him, hey, this story is what we've been telling you about. It's hacked materials, guys. Well, Yoel Roth looks at it at first and goes, wait, no, it isn't. There's nothing wrong with this story. And then Jim Baker comes in after he's had a super secret meeting with the FBI and says, get rid of it now!
Well, that doesn't sound sus at all.
Now, again, the fact that the FBI was also paying Twitter for this shit, it just, like, you're at the point where no matter how you get, like, no matter what you want to say, the FBI was using Twitter, and they did it to influence how this story played out. I think this is great. Notably, then FBI General Counsel Jim Baker was investigated twice in 2017 and 2019 for leaking information to the news media. You're saying he's under criminal investigation. That's why you're not letting him answer, Meadows asked. Yes, because he was under criminal investigation twice. Jim Baker, failing upward. But, yeah. You can, like, the thing is...
this reminds me of Casino, where basically anyone who had mob connections just had to refile their application to work at a casino. And they could just change the title of what they were working as, like head of food and beverage and shit like that. It's the same fucking shit. They fail upwards.
Well, like in this situation, I don't know if it's necessarily so much as failing upwards as the fact that they were very interested in being engaged with Twitter and controlling the public platform. It actually gets worse though, because essentially what the FBI was also doing was they were going to Twitter saying the foreign governments are influencing our elections. They're doing it again. And Twitter was saying to the FBI, there's literally nothing. There's almost nothing worth reporting. There's nothing. And the FBI was leaning on Twitter even harder, demanding more information and demanding that they provide evidence. So the FBI knew it was all bullshit. But the FBI didn't care because the FBI had chosen who they wanted their candidate to be. And it certainly wasn't Donald Trump. Look, all the bullshit aside, right? If we went through all these investigations in 2016 because Russia had like 300 accounts that were buying up like ads and shit, and that was enough for all these investigations because Russia was interfering in our elections. Why are we not going to investigate the FBI, who was directly going to a social media platform, multiple social media platforms, monitoring the speech of American citizens, demanding the speech of American citizens be pulled down, and also completely 100% fabricated a claim of Russian interference in order to take down a story weeks before a presidential election. Like, I'm so sorry, but that to me is the definition of election interference. That to me is in every way a violation of the First Amendment. And I don't care if you hated the Orange Man and you're happy that you won. You completely fucking, what do you call it? Rigged, cheated? I don't know what you want me to say, but it's very clear what happened here should never happen again, and people need to be held accountable for it.
Yeah, I mean, this is the one October surprise that got stopped in its tracks. Every
Well,
candidate
actually,
in
they
every
flipped
group
it. They
yeah.
flipped it. They flipped it because then they argued, "Oh, look at that! Look at that! The Trump campaign is working with Russia."
That's what I meant by stopping in
remember.
its tracks. But like, the whole thing is just beyond fucking ridiculous at this point. Everyone's like, well, the government has to interfere with the voting situation, not influence. Like, I'm sorry, but there's a reason why they don't hand out drinks and snacks, or they don't allow groups to do that, because it might influence your vote.
Yeah.
Like, if someone was wearing like vote for Biden sticker or had a vote for Biden t-shirt and was handing out free water, that would influence someone's ability to vote. There have been court cases about this shit. It's settled law. So what do you think about influence on a grand scale as far as manipulating millions of users on Twitter by hiding a story? That's interference, plain and simple.
This entire thing is just so over the fucking line. And I think it's interesting because like he's done a lot of the Twitter file drops on the weekend, but this one he dropped like midday on Monday. Like I mean, I looked in and I'm just like, this story is insane. This is actually insane. Yeah, the FBI paying Twitter directly to censor speech on the platform, which is illegal, 100%. They can't be doing that. Twitter was accepting the money and acquiescing to the government. Bro, at that point, the whole Section 230 argument is completely out the window. They're acting as an arm of the fucking federal government. The moment they do that, you don't have your fucking protections anymore. Unless you want to argue that the FBI was pressuring you.
They probably were.
Oh, 100%. Actually,
well, I mean, given how many
emails, Yoel Roth is like, they're demanding even more. They're demanding information without warrants. And Twitter twice tried to push back on the FBI because they know that makes them legally liable when they release that private information. But at a certain point, it was too much.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me that they would have blackmail on some of the Twitter staff, given how they wouldn't ban child porn on the fucking website.
Yeah, no, like here's the thing that I heard about the FBI, right? According to whistleblowers at the FBI, they were pulled off of child exploitation cases so that they could assist the January 6th investigations and go arrest people for trespassing. At that point, I don't think that you need the FBI anymore.
I mean, the FBI was always supposed to be a temporary thing. It was never supposed to last as a permanent part of the federal government.
So was Social Security.
Yeah. But they keep
even
making
then,
excuses.
The changes made over the years, didn't make much of a change. Yeah, remember y'all like back in the 30s when J. Edgar Hoover was in charge, or was it the 30s or some other thing? When he was the director of the FBI.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right, Gigi?
Well, he wasn't director of the FBI in the 30s. He was president, I think, at that time. There was a Hoover as president, but they had Hoover.
I'm telling you, that's you're thinking of the President Hoover. I'm talking about the.
Well, yeah, I know.
60s, Robert. My bad.
Yeah, it was the 50s and 60s because that's when the FBI came into its own, and that was actually when. Back in the 30s, like the people who were investigating, like the early form of the FBI, they basically denied the existence of the mob. And then in the 50s and 60s, they were more focused on trying to catch MLK and like revealing incidents where he was cheating on his wife to get rid of like the civil rights movement.
Oh no, dude.
If anything, J. Edgar Hoover has a lot more in common with Omrecker.
Yeah, it's
present day.
And the crazy thing is, at one point in time, he was actually considered the most powerful man in the world for how much information he could obtain and stuff. It's because of the reason he didn't. God. Yeah, didn't know. It's like it's to a point where he could have probably become a dictator. He just chose not to.
Hoover is a fucking monster. All right,
yeah.
Guys.
Oh wait, guys. Crow! Don't forget about the trailer.
Oh yeah, guys, we got something special to show you guys.
Oh,
This
is it
is-
what I think it is?
This
Yes.
is the trailer for Tipster. Okay, hold on. Let me go back.
You're gonna like this, Vic. It's a meme.
There are many types of monsters in this world. Monsters who will not show themselves and who cause trouble.
What?
Monsters who abduct children. Monsters who devour dreams. Monsters who suck blood. Monsters who always tell lies. Lying monsters are a real nuisance. They are much more cunning than other monsters. They pose as humans, even though they have no understanding of the human heart.
Wait, is this you narrating?
They eat, even though they've never experienced hunger. They study, even though they have no interest in academics. They seek friendship, even though they do not know how to love.
God damn, dude.
Oh,
This
shit.
monster, I would likely be eaten by it. Because in truth, I am that monster.
Coming New Year's Eve. Wow, wait, Chi-Chi, was that you narrating?
No. That was actually
No, that
Elle
was
from the
directly
anime.
from the show. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
It
I
fits
remember-
perfectly.
Dude, I remember watching this with my wife, and I didn't watch it in English, and I only watched the sub. And I watched the dub for the first time, so as soon as he started speaking, I was like, my fucking God, you didn't. But it works so fucking well. It really does.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I tried doing the
It's
sub
another-
version, but it kept fucking up for me.
Yeah, those are examples of where the dub actually works better than the original.
No, I think you were right with the dub. Actually, the Death Note dub had some good voice acting.
Yeah, but that was actually from the remake, like the Relight series,
Oh, it was.
where it's like, yeah, where it's condensed down, because there's a scene where all the kids at Whammy's house are asking L what he's most afraid of, and he says monsters. Then he goes into this monologue of what kind of monsters he's really afraid of, and liars are the biggest kind of monsters he's afraid of.
Oh, that sounds like commentary in a nutshell.
Yep. All right,
But
guys,
yeah.
that's it for the night. Thank you so much again. Yes, everything we talked about was the Zero Katie thing. You're gonna enjoy it. Have fun, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
See ya.
Peace.